Dr. Jocelyn Elders served as U.S. Surgeon General under President Bill Clinton, and she joins us now from Little Rock, Arkansas. Dr. Elders, you are quoted in the New York Times I read yesterday. It's very interesting. You said, "We consume far more dangerous drugs that are legal, cigarette smoking, nicotine, and alcohol. We need to lift the prohibition on marijuana." That's a pretty bold statement. Many people think that you're wrong, that it would be make a bad situation worse. What do you say to that?
Well, I don't think it would make a bad situation worse. I don't think much could be worse than the present situation that we have, when we have the highest number of people in the world being criminalized, many for non-violent crimes related to marijuana. And when marijuana has never caused anybody directly to die. It's not a toxic substance that would cause people to die. And I just think that we could, as was said earlier, we can use our resources so much better. And I think we need to legalize marijuana for adults and tax it so we can use the money for much better things. Make it such that you can't smoke around children or in front of children. You can't sell it. It's illegal to sell it to children. And I just think that this is the thing that we should do, rather than grabbing up young people, throwing them in prison. They lose their opportunity to ever get a federal scholarship, and that's just, to me, that's just wrong.
But what about the health concerns? What about possible secondhand smoke and all of those concerns?
Well, I think, we still smoke around children. We have secondhand smoke. We have alcohol. The most marijuana is not addictive, physically addictive anyway. And the most addictive substance we've got out there is nicotine.
Yeah, so listen, I'm going to ask you this. If it were legalized, would you do it?
Would I do?
Would you smoke marijuana if it was legalized?
Well, I've never smoked marijuana when it wasn't legal. I don't think, when you get my age, you aren't going to start something new. So I don't think I would smoke marijuana now. I don't smoke cigarettes. I never smoked cigarettes. And so, but I don't think, what I think is horrible about all of this is that we criminalize young people, and we use so many of our excellent resources, police resources, for things that's really not causing us any problem.
It seems that there are a lot of people out there who are making judgments about marijuana, and it's kind of the similar arguments that we made during Prohibition about alcohol. But a lot of people who are not sure of the effects of marijuana, maybe they haven't tried it themselves, and they're coming to these preconceived notions about it. What do we talked about the health effects of it, but what about causing violence or causing people to become complacent and all of those issues?
Well, now, I think the complacency issue may have merit. There is no problem. Nobody says that marijuana causes violence, whereas we know alcohol can certainly cause much more aggressiveness. If you go out in the streets, you aren't as likely to hurt somebody from using marijuana as you are using alcohol. As far as your own personal health concerns, it says it's never caused any death. It's never caused anybody to die that we know about directly from the physical parts of marijuana. But we may become more complacent, not think as well, and many people say, well, it creates a lot of zombies. Well, heaven knows alcohol creates zombies too when they get so much.
Well, Doctor, I want to ask you this real quick before we go. Mexico, obviously on our border, the situation there is turning into a war zone. What's the impact on Mexico if recreational marijuana is in fact legalized here?
I think it would reduce the money that goes to the drug cartels in Mexico because it would be legal. We could tax it, and we wouldn't have to depend on Mexico's drug cartel, who's now getting all of the money. And I understand we consume $14 billion a year in California. They could tax it and make $1.4 billion in tax money, which they could use for recreational parks, health, or other things that are much more useful than out there having shootouts in the street.
Former Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Jocelyn Elders, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
The unjust prohibition of marijuana has done more damage to public health than has marijuana itself. In a new article appearing in next month's American Journal of Public Health, a number of leading doctors and health experts, including former U.S. Surgeon General Jocelyn Elders, are calling for the total legalization of cannabis. The war on marijuana exacerbates poverty, which is strongly correlated with, among other problems, reduced access to health care, Elders writes. The unjust prohibition of marijuana has done more damage to public health than has marijuana itself. According to Marijuana Moment, Elders has advocated for drug reform since serving as Surgeon General under the Clinton administration. In 1993, she said that she believed that the country would markedly reduce our crime rate if drugs were legalized. 24 years later, Elders notes that times are changing. In 2017, even physicians who oppose legalization generally believe that marijuana should be decriminalized, reducing penalties for users while keeping the drug illegal. Elders, along with co-authors Dr. David L. Nathan and former director of the Center for Substance Abuse Treatment at the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration H. Wesley Clark, used their space in the Journal of Public Health to make clear their belief that decriminalization alone is not an effective solution to the problems caused by cannabis prohibition. Although decriminalization is certainly a step in the right direction, it is an inadequate substitute for legalization and regulation for a number of reasons, they wrote. Decriminalization does not empower the government to regulate product labeling and purity, which leaves marijuana vulnerable to contamination and adulteration, the doctors explain. This also renders consumers unable to judge the potency of marijuana, which is like drinking alcohol without knowing its strength. Moreover, where marijuana is merely decriminalized, the point of sale remains in the hands of drug dealers, who will sell marijuana as well as more dangerous drugs to children. Contrary to popular belief, decriminalization does not actually end the arrests of marijuana users, the article continues. Despite New York State decriminalizing marijuana in the 1970s, New York City makes tens of thousands of marijuana possession arrests every year, with continuing racial disparities in enforcement. The doctors also describe how the prosecution of illegal cannabis growers and sellers constricts the supply chain, increasing the price of illegal cannabis as well as making the untaxed illegal product more lucrative, the market for it more competitive and violent, and purchasing it more dangerous. While legalization is spreading up and down the coasts, decriminalization is still the highest point of marijuana reform for municipalities in states with strong anti-cannabis leadership. Elders was ousted from her position as Surgeon General in 1994 because of her progressive ideas about drugs and sex, and now, with cannabis closer to the mainstream than ever before and sex-positive attitudes prevalent across American culture, hopefully, 23 years later, the country's decision-makers will finally realize that she's been right all along.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com, where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts, 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So But getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So, yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself, 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month if you can. I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.